shit. Oh shit. Can you guys hear me? I'm just trying to figure shit out right now. So let's see if this works for you guys, right? I want to check this out.
Cartel violence is rocking the nation of Mexico right now. This week, military forces there killed the country's most powerful drug lord known as El Mencho. Mexican officials say more than 70 people have died in the aftermath, including security officers, suspected cartel members, and civilians. No Americans have been injured or killed. We know that from the White House press secretary. The State Department says hundreds of Americans trapped inside Mexico have called the emergency helpline. Some are sharing their stories.
We're in lockdown. We can't leave the hotel. If you do leave, you have to sign a waiver. Anything you do beyond that point is on you, basically.
We were hungry yesterday. We had no food yesterday.
You hear it now?
Nothing. Nothing was open. It was a terrifying day yesterday. My daughter saw the cartel light a car on fire right in front of us. There was fire all around us. It was terrifying.
Jonathan Hunt with the latest. Jonathan.
Harris, with many Americans still stuck in Mexico, the advice from security experts for those planning to travel, including
better now.
Planning spring break there in Mexico. The advice
you guys hear
very
me
simple.
better now?
Don't do it.
It is extremely dangerous right now. It is completely way too volatile. So I advise anybody who's got children who may be going to Mexico for spring break, reconvene. Hey.
Is that better? I gotta get a better headphones than these. Is it echoing at all? Let's see.
Take the loss because and the money. It is not worth it. It's
Is
not
it echoing because I can hear it from here?
And
Microphone got a
many students
microphone.
are taking that advice,
I can just connect my the Chiefs way. Is it echoing? All right. And you guys can hear and see the video, right?
Obviously,
Let me
it's the
see.
worst right now.
I'm so excited. This is all so much to
So
learn.
they're all canceling it.
I have all my hometown friends from Boulder were booked a trip to Puerto Vallarta through Just College, and it just got canceled. And then we have friends.
I'm excited, bro. I'm super excited, you guys.
And so now everyone's kind of struggling what to do last minute and trying to get a refund.
Bro.
Travel advisors say anyone thinking of canceling plans.
Oh, it looks good, bro. It looks good, bro.
Spring break packages are sold differently than most travel. I always advise people to have travel insurance just in case stuff like this occurs. But if you don't have that, I suggest you call your company right now. Or if you booked it independently, airlines, hotels, they should allow you some type of emergency cancellation.
And security experts warn Harris that even if it gets quieter in the next few days, the violence could explode at any time in
I'm
the
excited.
next few months.
I know I still got a lot to learn.
Competing to try to fill the void left by the killing of El Mencho.
I still got a lot to learn.
And a reminder, atop our Faulkner Focus page and my own Harris Faulkner on X and across all platforms are the
Desktop
help numbers for
audio.
people that you love who may be in Mexico yet to come home.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and
Okay.
Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered
Is that
every
good?
weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern.
Can you guys
or
believe?
check your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
Yeah, I'm using OBS.
And buck up.
I'm using OBS. I'm still learning. I need to figure out how to use, like, Climatics has been helpful as hell. Gary Griffith, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. Video's not very loud. I mean, it's going to get better as time goes on. I'm still learning. I was just talking to Climatics. Yeah. But once I figure out this OBS and figure out how to, because what I need to figure out how to do is make this full screen and then be able to get back to the OBS, because I made it full screen, but I can't get back to OBS. I can't get back to OBS when it's in full screen mode for some reason. And I can't get back over here. Live chat. I could put the, I wonder if I could put the live chat in here. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that shit, bro. I'm figuring this shit out. Yeah, I got my new laptop, you guys. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Escape button works. Yeah, escape button works, but it takes me out of full screen mode. You see, watch. Like, what I'm trying to do is go into full screen, and then I need to be able to go back to OBS, but if I hit escape, it takes me out of full screen mode. And I can't get back into OBS. You see how... Leroy, what up, bro? Thank you for the membership. Let's go. Yeah. So I just need to figure out how to do that. I need a second monitor. Yeah, but before I do all that, I need to figure out how to work all this, you know, get it all going. And then once I have room, and I put some stuff on my Amazon wish list to be able to get like a little desk that I can set up in the corner right here, and a mouse and a little chair and stuff like that. And then once I have room, I can get just like another little 30-inch screen, and I'll be able to have it on both, you know, and it'll be a little bit easier. Just run an HDMI to your TV, bro. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I do have a TV right in front of me. I don't know why I don't try that. Minimize it first. Shit. See, that's why I love you guys, bro. That right there is why I absolutely love you guys, bro. Bruh. I would have never. Oh, nope. It just went full screen mode on my ass. I bet you. Full screen. Now how do I go back to the OBS? You little bastards. I'll figure it out eventually. One of these times. But let's check this out.
Fox News alert. President Trump praising his team after the arrest of a top leader of MS-13.
Yeah, look at this. Man, is this live?
It was yesterday.
Oh, so sorry. Okay. We have exclusive coverage of the operation. Our cameras were rolling as AG Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel joined agents in the early morning takedown.
And David Spunt is live in Virginia, Manassas, Virginia, with all the details. Hi, David.
You were there.
Good morning to you.
There
I
we
was
go.
very early morning.
Okay.
This happened around 6 o'clock in the morning in Woodbridge, Virginia. A 24-year-old top
Practice
MS-13
makes perfect,
leader,
and I know
actually
you
the
guys
top
are
leader
super
on the
patient,
East Coast,
so we'll
was
figure it
taken
out.
down into custody by the FBI. This was a DOJ FBI operation together along with Virginia State Police, ICE, and other different agencies. We have some video of this operation going down. The FBI director and attorney general watched
Baby, I
this
know you're
on
not
a
in that
monitor,
damn window.
from off-site, but they were watching in real time and cameras that were planted in the area to see this person get taken down. As far as the name is concerned, we're not able to release the name right now until this person has their first appearance, but we're told this person is a 24-year-old male from El Salvador living here in a residential apartment complex in Woodbridge, Virginia. Got a knock on the
Psycho
door
dog,
from
bro.
SWAT teams early this morning, a little bit before 6 o'clock in the morning. He is now in custody. Here's some sound from our interview, exclusive interview.
Yeah,
with the FBI
I know.
director.
I still need to get all. I'm on my living room table.
Is all of our law enforcement officers are safe. That was the number one thing.
So I'm on my living room table right now. So it's low, but hopefully pretty soon I'll have a little desk. Click on cinema mode, on cinema mode, on cinema mode. Click on cinema mode. How do I do that? Cinema mode. Dude! Get away from the window. You're driving me crazy. I'm gonna close the door and lock you out of the bedroom, bro. Stop it. Nut job. Cinema mode. Let's see if I know how to do that. Theater mode. Oh, look at you, bro. I fucking figured it out, dog. Let's go. Let's go. Leroy, 45 long. Let's go. Colorado sending love and respect to Big Homie. We all appreciate your love for the greatest country in the history of the world and the example you are setting for all the patriots in America. Thank you, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you, bro. Jim, FJ90G. Takes time. You got this. Thank you, bro. Yep. We will figure it out. We will figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to get like the super chats on the screen. I'm going to be messaging Portland Andy and see if maybe I can go meet up with him and take the laptop with me and he can help me get it. He can help me get it all set up, you know? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. It's still still a little bit of work. Let's see what Pam has to say.
They're safe. They executed a
I love
clean, safe operation, and the bad guys in custody. And thanks to
Hot
the
dogs
FBI,
in the
we got
chat.
one of the worst of MS-13 off the streets this morning.
We were able to be out here in force to show the American people to be here in person that this means a lot to her and the mission. Safety is our primary concern of these communities, and we effectuated that today.
Yeah. I love them too. People talk shit.
Separately, he's one of the top 3 leaders in the country. Again, remarkable as he's just 24 years old. There's a press conference that begins with the FBI Director Kash Patel, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin coming up in just a few moments. We're told there's a heavy coordination between Virginia and the FBI and Department of Justice on this. Guys, back to you.
So, Dave, real quick, David. So typically when they do those raids, they have the principal target, and then there's other people that are along with the person. Was he the only person arrested, or were there other co-conspirators there at the time that they grabbed up as well?
Well, this was...
This is still so mind-boggling to me, you guys. Arturo would help. Yeah, Arturo. I know. I have Sissy Bug. Thank you. Welcome to the Patriots. Thank you for the membership. I have Climatics helping me over the phone, but I'm thinking Andy because he's close and he has the whole setup, and I'm pretty sure he probably uses OBS and he restreams through everything. You know what I mean? So I'm sure if I can meet up with Portland Andy and sit down with him, he'll help me figure all this shit out. But everything that I've learned so far is thanks to Climatics and ChatGPT. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but once I do it 2 or 3 times, he uses a more advanced thing than OBS. Yeah, but I'm sure he knows OBS, and once I figure all this out, then I can start using like StreamYards for like the talk to text. He only restreams TikTok and X. So what is Andy? Well, I'll find out. I'll message Andy and find out. And now I'll be able to do like my little short form videos instead of always just doing live. Yeah, these next couple months are gonna be a learning curve, but we got this shit. Rumble has TTS too. Yeah, Rumble. But when I try to go live through Rumble, for some reason, it's all messed up. Kibik 2025, please shout out my teenager Ethan. He has ADHD and you are his idol. He says he wants to be like you. Hey, shout out Ethan, bro. You can do anything you want, you know. You can do anything you want, brother. You got this. We love you, Ethan. Try split screen under settings. Yeah, I'll figure it out, the split screen and all that stuff. Eventually. There was something else I wanted to watch. Oh, you know, it was Caitlin Bennett. It was Caitlin Bennett. She just did a video that I just watched today. Well, I'm not subscribed on this new YouTube. I should subscribe. But I just watched a video. I keep trying to touch the screen. Oh, this one right here. Look. I hope she's okay with me.
I wasn't so stupid or so out of it that I couldn't get...
This dude, wait.
People who are low income, that's very straight.
Shout out Caitlin Bennett. If you guys aren't following Caitlin Bennett, then I suggest you do. This is all credit to Caitlin.
Like Chuck Schumer is claiming they are.
I don't think we should have to have something like
Andy
a passport
isn't free, I can help Mr. Bill for freedom. Okay, Mr. Bill, thank you.
I do think that having a passport required, if we take away the fee of a passport, would be a good...
There's no passport required.
But it's the option that we're going towards, and it's the first option listed.
This is how
An option
blatantly
you could have to verify your
racist
identity when
these
voting,
people
but
really
that's not
are.
the only thing. That's just one of the
It's
acceptable
absolutely
forms of
insane to me.
requirement. And if it's just listed first, that doesn't mean that's what they're
But
going
I don't
towards.
think that we should have anything that costs money as an option. Because then that takes away people that don't have...
Literally, IDs cost money to get. Everything costs money to get. Just because you're a minority or have brown skin does not make it harder for you to get ID. You literally need ID to do every fucking thing in this country. So why do they think you can't even explain how blatantly racist these people are, and they don't even realize it.
Okay. Who wouldn't have the money for an ID?
They don't even fucking realize it.
People who are low income, that's a very straightforward issue.
Well, those same people have to have an ID to apply for government benefits.
Yep.
Okay.
So how is it low-income people can have an ID to obtain benefits, government welfare, government programs and benefits, but you don't think they should have to have one to vote because it costs money?
Oh, I didn't say they shouldn't have to have one to vote.
Okay, so you do believe in voter ID?
I think that if that's the path we're gonna go down, take away the fee for it.
Why?
I thought I've already answered that, because I don't think there should be a tax to vote.
It's not a tax to vote. Getting an ID is basic. Everybody has an ID. It's not a fucking tax to vote. I don't understand. These people, this is our college students, you guys. This dude is a college student. He is in college. Let that sink in. This fool is in college and thinks that having to get an ID is a tax. You get IDs when you're fucking 16, 15 years old. Like, this is what our colleges are doing. This is what our colleges are
There
doing.
is no tax to vote. You still have to drive to a voting booth and spend money on gas.
She's so based.
Or they have to pay for public transportation to get to the voting polls.
Or they could walk.
They could walk, that's free. So actually, you don't have to, there is no tax.
Okay. Can I take my selfie with you now?
Do you know what voter ID
This
is?
dude is a
Yeah, of course I know voter ID.
idiot, bro.
Chuck Schumer
Hot Rod, what up, bro?
is saying that he's not going to support it come next week when they vote on the SAVE Act, which is a national voter ID law, because it's racist. He calls it Jim Crow 2.0. We're asking students today if they agree with him or if they support voter ID. What is your opinion?
I mean, yeah, it's not
It is the
necessary.
teachers.
Voter fraud in this country is not an issue, and it never really has been.
Okay. Well, then if we pass the law,
Vote. He just said, this guy just said voter fraud is not an issue in this country, and it never has been. What up, jet lag? Okay. That's just false. That's just wrong. We've seen the voter fraud. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you think dogs are better than the momos? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dogs. I would choose our dogs over Islam any day of the week. Over the entire religion. You know, over every single one of them, I would choose my dog. My dog is perfect. My dog is perfect. They are not. Ones in the chat. The ones are running it up, bro. Oh, shit. Let's listen to Caitlyn. Caitlyn is so based, you guys. Caitlyn is so based. And they can't argue with her.
well, then nothing will change, right?
It'd restrict probably minority rights. People don't have access to getting IDs, so that would have an effect if it did pass.
Okay. How would it affect minorities?
Oh god, I hit the talking point.
I hit the talking
How
point. No, you're a moron, bro.
I'll repeat the question. How would it affect minorities?
I'm just gonna end the conversation here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
because he don't have an answer.
I'm good, man.
Or maybe you won't answer because you'd have to explain how black people can't obtain an ID.
He don't have an
Say that,
answer.
were you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah. Do you guys have an ID?
Yeah. An ID?
Yeah.
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 Look how
you have a
baffled
form
they
of
are.
Identification.
Yeah.
Okay.
God bless you
think
too, gospel.
It's racist to ask everybody, every American citizen, to present an ID when they go to vote in federal elections?
No.
No.
It's not racist at
Why
all,
not?
bro.
I mean, like, you shouldn't be able to vote if you're not a citizen.
Based.
Yep. Right?
Based.
And that's not racist, right?
No.
How would it affect minorities? Minorities can't get an ID?
Love Caitlyn as much as my dogs love bacon.
Maybe you need to think about what you're about to say because you're about to tell me that minorities cannot obtain ID, which is super.
How do they not
prejudiced.
realize how racist that sounds?
If you
That
want to
is.
correct me, then maybe I'm wrong. That's not what you
They're
were
like,
gonna say.
oh, they're too
I think
ignorant
you
to
can
get
go
a
talk to somebody
license.
else. I'm
Come
good.
on, bro.
Oh, you're a minority. Are you affected when we implement voter ID?
Not at all.
No.
Nope.
No.
Hey, she's a minority. Well, I mean, you are too. She said that she's not affected by voter
It has
ID.
nothing to do with
I'm
race,
good.
exactly.
I'm done. That's the end of the conversation.
He had to be confronted with his prejudice.
They don't like logic.
So you have an ID though.
I have an ID.
Before coming out today to talk to students about the SAVE Act, I went to ground.news/liberty and I used the Ground News app to learn exactly what the other side of the aisle was reading about this topic. Jim Crow 2.0, Chuck Liberty today. The SAVE Act is going through Congress. Senate Democrats are like, no, we're not going to vote for it. It's Jim Crow 2.0, Chuck Schumer said. Do you guys agree with Chuck Schumer that it's a racist policy, or do you guys agree with 84% of Americans who support that, the SAVE Act?
So I always let them drop a deuce before we leave.
I cannot answer this question, unfortunately.
Well, I'm not asking your dad. I'm asking you. Do you think voter ID laws, like Chuck Schumer believe?
He can't answer
Yes.
because his
He
dad
can't
is
answer
racist.
because his dad's a politician.
Yeah.
And what's your dad being a politician have to do with it?
I can't answer that either.
Christy Cass, 1, thank you for everything
That's
you
from
do,
a Pew
Tommy. God
Research
bless you.
poll.
I
Oh,
lost my
you.
German
I just,
Shepherd,
like,
Riddick,
do you
last
believe
March.
it?
Broke my heart.
Do I believe
He
in
was the
voter
best
ID?
dog ever. I'm
No,
so sorry
do
for
you
your
believe
loss.
That it's like racist.
No,
I
no,
can't
don't
even-
think it's racist. Do you think it?
I can't even imagine going through that. Like that is one of my worst fears, you know? I hate seeing my dog grow up too fast. And like it's pretty awesome watching her demeanor and the way she is, like went from a puppy until now, like her whole, like the way she is has changed so dramatically so many times. That's one of our worst fears, you know. That's probably the hardest part about having a dog is having to outlive them, you know. That is, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Do you think it's racist?
The SAVE Act. Let's pull it up together, actually.
Yeah. So it would require proof of citizenship at the time of registration.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would require you to bring an ID to vote. That could be a
Oh, I could just
passport, it
do
could be a
this.
military ID, it could be a driver's
You
license.
already have to have your not your passport, a proof of ID to vote.
No, not in all states. So this would make it for all federal elections for all American citizens, no matter where you live.
In Florida, don't you have to have your ID to vote already?
Yep, we have voter ID
Oh,
laws,
it's
but not
already
every state does.
smaller.
37 states do, and so the other
Oh
ones
shit!
don't.
I guess I can't
And so
do
to
that.
make it a more secure election, they want to make it to where everybody in every single state would have to have a voter ID.
Do you know what makes people say that it's a racist act or policy?
I know what Chuck Schumer has said, but I'm asking students today, before I give you guys someone else's opinion, I wanted your guys' opinion on if you agree with Chuck Schumer that it's Jim Crow 2.0 and that it's racist.
I just don't believe in paperwork. Like, I don't believe administration. And by administration, I mean like the
I
paperwork.
wish it
following
didn't
all
make
these
it
systems,
smaller.
Name changes, women who change
I'll
their
figure
name
out how
when
to
they
do the
marry, all
split
of these
screen
things
and
have
all
to be
that
up to
shit.
date. I think it would put too much strain on people who are working class who aren't able to file it, whether you believe that affects minorities or not. I think when we think about voters, when we think about all of these historical patterns we have around voting, to roll out something that changes voting drastically, and this isn't just in America, we have this in many other countries where we have these different systems, we have to think about how it affects, what it'll do, and whether that'll have a wavelength effect, and we also have to think when we're doing
Birth
it, are we doing it
certificates
are we
don't
trying
change
where
when you
we
get
are
married
electing someone
either.
new?
Jim's
Are we
lied
doing
about
it during
this.
midterms? I don't think you can do anything
Conservative
in
moms
life
for
or
moms,
in
women get your
higher
ass out
systems
and
that aren't
vote.
political.
Yes,
Politics
I
is just
agree.
the study of people. All of these things are going to have an effect. So when you make a choice like this, I think it's going to have an effect. Whether you see that immediately, whether you see it as disproportionately affecting minorities, at the end of the day, anything we do is going to affect those systematic barriers that we already have that are supposed to take care or that are suppressing these minorities, other groups.
Jazz,
How
Pat,
are voter
Pizzazz,
ID
yep.
laws suppressing
I agree.
minorities?
No, I'm saying, I didn't say it was suppressing it. I'm just saying whether or not you believe that's what it's doing, at the end of the day...
Do you believe it's doing that?
Are you asking me if I believe?
Yes.
Well, it hasn't existed yet. I mean, I can't say what it's doing.
Well, we have voter ID in Florida. Do you think here in Florida has affected minorities or prevented minorities from voting?
Do you?
See, I can make
No, I
OBS
don't. I'm
super
asking
small.
you. What's your
No,
opinion?
that's okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
We don't have to be on the same page, though. We're just having a dialogue.
No, that's all right. I understand. Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay.
Smaller than
I think that when we pass laws like this, that we're going to see whether it's minorities, I think it's going to have an effect on everyone at the end of the day.
Okay, so you agree that it will have an
minorities
effect?
are a part of the population, whether you want to exclude them or not. It's going to affect everyone to some degree.
But do you agree with the Senate?
No, I don't have sentencing tomorrow. I have court tomorrow, but it's not sentencing. Schizo Adam. Yeah, I have court tomorrow, but it's not sentencing. Hold Alt while cursor is on edge to resize the window. Yeah, it won't get no smaller, I guess. It's as small as it's gonna get for OBS, but that's fine. It's working good.
Democrats and Chuck Schumer that it is Jim Crow 2.0 and it's inherently racist to require voter ID.
No, it's
I
not.
won't agree or disagree to a soundbite.
I was gonna ask him, do you have an ID?
It's not a soundbite, dude. These people are so special, Ed.
Do you have an ID? No, don't show it. Don't show it
Yeah,
to the camera. But you have
Jeremy was
one,
found
right?
not guilty of all charges.
Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Who else? Do you have an ID?
Motion to dismiss.
Do I have an ID, like a driver's license? Yeah.
All right. Do you have an ID?
I have an ID.
You have an ID. Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
I do.
You do have an ID. Okay, very cool. Oh, it looks like all the minority people here
What's up,
I talked
Tommy? I've
to
been watching
right
every one of your
now
videos
have
since
an
your first
ID. So
night.
someone should tell
You never see
Chuck
my
Schumer
comments though. God bless
that
and God
minorities
bless
are
your
very
wife. And
capable
did you
of
know?
getting an ID.
Cameo, thank you, bro.
Haven't
Sorry
met
I didn't
one
see
today
it.
that doesn't have it.
Chats
That's
before,
what he
but
has said that it's Jim Crow.
on my phone it's
2.0.
hard to keep track.
Do
I
you
won't
do
agree
you
or
think?
disagree with like a one tagline.
So you don't like paperwork, right? So you said like paperwork affects everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think there should be have to be a background check to obtain a gun?
Are we still on voter ID, or do you want to change the topic to gun laws?
Yeah, I will be
Do
setting
you
up
think there
another
should be
monitor
paperwork
soon.
and a background check to obtain a firearm?
Do you think there is?
There is. Do you think there should be? Because you said you don't. You don't like paperwork? Do you think there
Did
should
I
be
say
paper?
that?
Yes, you did.
I said I didn't like paperwork
Yes.
specifically.
Yes, you did. Did she say that?
Can I talk
Yes, she said that.
I just don't believe in paperwork.
You said that.
Wait.
1 second, ma'am. Do you think there should be paperwork to obtain a firearm?
Are you talking about in the chat? Are you talking about that little boy who had cancer, Praz 1995? Are you talking about the kid who had cancer, who the Democrats didn't stand up for the last time? Are you saying he passed away? When? Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Do you think there should be?
Pray for his family. Pray for his dad. Pray for him. He was a good kid, man. That's so sad. DJ Daniels, he passed away. He's alive. He didn't pass away. Did DJ Daniels pass away?
Checking on DJ Daniels real quick. No. DJ Daniels, full name DeVar.
No, it's not true. It's not true. He didn't pass away. Oh man, that made my stomach hurt. Hey, quit licking your booty, butt. No, he's alive. It's not true. Fake news, yeah. It's been debunked. Yeah, I just asked Grok. Can I use my Somali voter ID over here? Hell no. Go to Somali and use that shit to vote. Go to Somalia and do that. What are you doing? Say hi. Say hi, everybody. I'm all up in my dad's personal space, everybody. That was a cruel ex-post. Why would anybody even say something like that? People are vile, bro. People are vile. Hey, Grok be pretty based sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes Grok is an idiot, but sometimes Grok is based as hell. All right, let's see what these idiots have to say.
I said there is to some degree paperwork.
Do you agree with it? Should there be?
To obtain a firearm?
Yes.
There's paperwork to get a driver's license. There's
Yep.
That's my point, is that you said paperwork and bureaucracy to get an ID to vote, you're against it. Because paperwork is something that you don't think should...
PBR, street gang. Let me see. The scary thing is these kids can vote. I think you should only get the privilege to vote after you have served. Only people that are willing to make the ultimate sacrifice should be able to vote. Yeah, I agree. I think it should be like how it used to be when we first started out. Like one household votes. You know, you have to be invested. You have to own a home, or you have to be invested in this country, and you can't be addicted. You know, like I don't know exactly how they did it back then, but I think it should go back to how it was back in the day. You know, not everybody could vote, you know, and it's not just women. It's like everybody, you know, like even some men couldn't vote, you know, and it's one household vote. One vote per household, you know. So if there's a married couple with kids and, you know, they get one vote per household. I think that's how it should go back to being. Or people that contribute to the tax base. Yes, if you're working all year and you know, like shit like that. But I don't think everybody should be able to vote. And yes, voting age should be 21. If you can't drink alcohol, if you don't have enough sense to be able to drink alcohol until you're 21, you shouldn't be able to vote until you're 21. You know, that's probably controversial, but I think it should be that way. Because when you're 18, look at these students in college right here. These students are completely broken. Like their brains are not developed by any means, you know. Like these people should not be voting. They're at these indoctrination colleges and they're being indoctrinated into this ideology, into this bullshit, and it's like it's not worth it. It's not worth letting these people vote. You know, they're voting our country into oblivion. Yeah, Pam Tifa did lose her case. These people are voting on emotion and not intelligence. Maynard, old man, thank you, Tommy. Thank you for the $10 super chat. These people are voting us into oblivion, and all these women, these liberal women and their cuck boyfriends are all voting on emotion or voting on trying to get sympathy from other people or virtue signaling, you know, like that. Oh, I voted for Kamala because I'm not voting for Donald Trump, you know, like virtue signaling. And that's not how it should be. You know, our economy, our country, our border safety, everything that we vote on is important in this country. But these people don't look at it as important. They look at it as something that they can brag about. You know what I mean? And that's just unreal to me. And these people that are advocating against voter ID, these left-wing politicians who are saying, oh, we don't need voter ID, anybody should be able to come and vote, but yet they want ID to get a job, they want ID to get Social Security, they want ID to get Medi-Cal, they want ID to get EBT. Fuck, Mondami wants ID to go shovel fucking snow, but yet they think it's a problem for us to want ID to vote in our federal and state elections. It doesn't make any sense.
Should have to happen, blah blah blah. Well, but you agree. But you then correct me. Do you think paperwork and a background check
all votes
and
should
an ID
matter.
to obtain a gun is fair?
So let's address
yes
one point
or no.
Do you want yes or no? Do you want to have a dialogue?
Yes or no. Is that fair?
Are you disagreeing to a dialogue?
Yes or no. Is that fair?
Do you disagree?
You know that it's fair. You know that it's fair, but you're being caught in hypocrisy right now, where you don't think we should have that to vote, but it's okay to do it if someone wants to obtain a firearm, which is a right that we have under the Second Amendment. So why is it okay?
I don't know if I'm going to go out to ICE tonight. If anybody else goes out, maybe. Oh, my fucking computer says it's 8:55 a.m. I should probably fix that. But I don't know if I'm going to go out there tonight. I know I'll be out there. I got a couple long days coming up. I know Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be long days of being out and about. I'll be watching. I'll be watching to see what's happening out at ICE tonight, and if it gets crazy, I'll definitely go run out there. Or if Patriots show up out there, then I'll go out there with them for a little while, but I'm not guaranteeing it. Yeah, you should have to be able to name at least 3 policies that you agree with or that you in support of the person that you're trying to vote for, you know? I cannot stop laughing at the Portland Frog Brigade. Yeah, it's ridiculous. We do need ID for everything. Since is not common anymore. Yeah, for sure. Welcome to the Patriots, Eugene Carey. Thank you.
Things that you said, actually.
Okay. Then correct me.
Okay, let's go back to what I said originally. When I said if you have extra administration to have issues like voter ID, things like this, it will complicate the system. And
how so?
When you're complicating a system, you have things like women who are going to change their name. They're going to have a disconnect between their legal name, their new names. If you maybe know someone who's been married, their name changes. They have to.
Yeah, but they have a
when
fucking.
My name changed, I had to get a new social security
Dude,
card and a new
marriage
driver's
license.
I had to change my information with my bank, and I had to have proof my marriage license with me, which
Oh, her
women are
plate?
very capable of getting. As a brown man, do you know where the DMV is to get a license?
Sassy, I love you guys too. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, why do you think the Democrats are saying that brown people have a hard time obtaining ID in some way?
They said that about
Racist.
Me? Like a brown person? That's pretty racist. That's brown person can't do something because I'm brown. That's like that's like literally racism. That's absolute racism.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
they think
terrible.
you're not capable of doing it.
Oh, I lack the intelligence or the Google Maps
Yeah.
to look up. Yeah, that's absolutely. I've never heard anyone say. I wish they would say it to my face because that's terrible. That's actually horrendous.
Do you know anything about the?
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. It's horrendous that they would even think that, you know?
Going through with the SAVE Act bill?
Only a little bit.
So basically, it would require voter ID.
That's fine with me.
You're fine with voter ID?
Yeah.
Why is voter ID something that do you support it, or you're like, it's okay if it passes?
I support it, yeah.
Okay.
Tam
why do you
Tam, what
support
up?
voter ID?
You need an ID for everything else.
So
Exactly.
as black people, is it hard for you to obtain an ID?
Nah.
No, not necessarily.
Not
so.
at all.
Why would it be hard though?
Ask the Democrats.
It's harder for colored people to like get identification, and so like requiring identification to vote is racist.
Oh.
I don't
That kind of
personally
makes
agree
sense.
with
I kind of
that.
understand it.
Required what?
Like,
Like,
Everybody, you need to have an ID.
I think it depends on which state you're in, how much fishing licenses
You
are.
need an ID to enroll in school, and you need an ID to
The Patriot, what up, bro?
apply for loans to come to school. And you were able to do that, right?
He doesn't have loans.
I don't have loans.
Oh, we got a moneymaker over here. Oh no, you're just really smart. So you're here on grant. Okay. But to get those grants, I bet you they had to ID you, right? And make sure you
It's
are.
not
who
even
you
a
say
hard
you are
ask.
to be able to
ID,
get
yes.
that money.
Next, exactly.
Yeah.
In-person voting, yes. Next.
So do we support?
No more mail-in ballots,
or are
yes.
we against
Next.
voter ID laws to vote in a federal election?
Voter ID,
Yes,
like you
because,
have to have like an identification to vote. Basically.
Yeah.
Caitlin Bennett, we love her.
It's basically going back to Jim Crow.
I don't know.
Go
man.
follow
Like,
Liberty Hangouts on
I don't know
YouTube.
what to say, cause like if I say like I don't mind, like I don't want to like.
Nah.
Yeah.
I feel like it just.
I feel like it's not really like
necessary.
a problem.
I will
Like
be honest, it's not necessary for like ID, because like.
to
Yeah,
vote.
but
Yeah,
how
to
do you know
vote?
they're not gonna vote 35 times?
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
It's true. I mean, does that happen now?
I have to show my ID.
I don't have a crush on Caitlyn. I'm married,
As you guys know, I
but
don't go
I know she's
anywhere
based
to
as
film
fuck.
And have conversations
And,
in the public
you
square
know,
without
yeah,
security.
I
You can
love
surround
I
the
love
process
Caitlyn Bennett for sure.
to support my work and help fund my security. Even $5
I'm in her
a month
Patreon
helps
and
doing
everything.
That was Roman. He's a great executive producer.
Tommy, I'm a
We love
50-year-old
him
veteran
over
and
here.
very proud
So
of you.
to
Keep at it. Thank you,
Roman,
Phil
make
C.
sure I can pay him to be
411.
with me.
Thank you for the
Patreon.com/Steve
$20 super
Levin.
chat.
$5 a month. You even get my private Facebook group. We can chat one-on-one. It's a win-win. Thank you guys.
Thank
So
you, bro.
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
go follow
I'm
her
a
and tell her
married
Tommy
woman.
Boy
I
sent you.
wasn't so stupid
Tommy
or
for
so,
Trump
out
420
of
sent
it
you
that
and
I
tell her
couldn't
we
get
love her.
proof of my marriage license to change my name with court documents or with the government for a license or my bank.
Who doesn't have a crush
Whether
on
or not
Caitlyn? Yeah, my
someone
wife
else
has
they
a crush
can't
on
do those
Caitlyn.
things.
You're getting like a little.
Oh, it's probably because I'm a woman. Maybe we shouldn't be allowed to vote then.
Hold on. How much did that cost you? Do you know how much that costed you? Or you're not worried about how much it costed you, right? So I think that these new acts have a bigger effect on minorities more than just their race.
How so?
Formerly known
because
as Prince
paperwork
changed it
changes
and
cost
voted.
money. How much money- can I ask you how
Scope,
much
sorry.
money you make per hour right now?
Thank you
What's
for the
your salary?
$5
Is that-
super
you don't have
chat,
to answer
bro.
if that's a personal question.
Well, I'm in a bigger tax bracket than you are.
Exactly, right. So you have that money,
Yeah.
so to speak. to
Caitlyn
go
has a
towards
different
that
style than
incremental
me, for
change,
sure.
but I'm a college student. A lot of my money goes towards my tuition, towards my rent.
She's
towards
super
my
patient,
my
just
medical
like
conditions,
Charlie
stuff like that.
was.
I don't always have the funds necessary to change that, to make those payments upon those document changes.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You're dressed very well.
Mm-hmm.
You have a service animal.
This is all thrifted.
Great. You have earphones.
They try to talk shit about Caitlyn Bennett because at a college party when she was in college a long time ago, she accidentally had a bowel movement. You know, she had an issue, and she doesn't even let that shit phase her. I mean, which one of us hasn't accidentally shit themselves in their life? You know, it happens. You know, accidents happen. They try to throw it in her face, and I love how she doesn't give no fucks. She's like, oh, well, I had Taco Bell right before, you know? Like, I fucking love Caitlyn, bro. And she's hilarious.
And what are those?
AirPods. They were given to me.
AirPods. Okay, so well, you have AirPods. You have jewelry in your nose. You're here on a college campus.
Yeah.
So you were able and you were smart enough and you had enough
Yeah,
money to apply
AO Life, yep.
to do what you needed to do for all of these things. You have enough money to be here and live comfortably on campus?
Yeah, I watched that video of her doing that the gun walk when she graduated college. That shit was epic. They didn't know what to do. Because you guys know why she did that. She did that because they have some kind of rule to where students aren't allowed to conceal carry on campus, right? But visitors who come to that college are allowed to open carry, but they're not allowed. But the students are not allowed to conceal carry at that college. I forget which college it is, but she did that that gun walk or whatever she called it. I forget. She did that because the rules don't make no sense at that college. Students aren't allowed to open or to conceal carry to protect themselves, but strangers and visitors can bring their open carry rifles onto the college campus. It doesn't make no sense, you know, and that pissed her off. You can carry, but you can't buy bullets. Yeah, exactly. That's like you can open carry, but you can't have a clip or bullets with it. That's how it is in Portland. Yeah, I guess if you're open carrying here and you don't have a concealed carry permit, you can't have the clip or the bullets anywhere near the gun. Like they even said that it's like a gray area for you to open carry and have a backpack on with the clip and the bullets in the backpack because they said it's easily accessible. But what I don't understand is if you're carrying a weapon to defend yourself, what the fuck is the point of carrying a gun with no bullets? That's more likely to get you killed than anything. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to get blasted and I got a gun, but I don't have no clip or bullets. How does that even make sense? It doesn't make no sense.
No, I don't live on campus. No.
Okay, so off campus.
Yeah.
Who pays your rent?
No one pays my rent. Me and my mom own my house, but we sold my last house. But I pay.
So you pay your own bills.
Yeah.
Why could you not pay for documentation to be able to vote in an election?
Well, it's the same reason why I can't pay for my tuition.
What her shirt says?
Now, if you guys are gonna put that, if that law is gonna be put into place and stuff like
It's
that,
a Vans
I'm
shirt.
not against it so long as you have policies to support people who need that additional support, right?
Like what?
Open carry is where it's at. I would much rather, if I still had my Second Amendment rights, I would definitely. Yeah, I can carry the Byrna. That's why we got the Byrna. You can have the Byrna no matter what. It's non-lethal or it's less lethal. So you don't have to have no kind of.
Pay for these documents.
The Byrna is less lethal, so you don't have to have any kind of like permit it's not illegal. Anybody can have it, and you can take it to any state. It's legal in every state, you know.
In order to register to vote, if the government's requiring certain documents to register to vote?
I think that if
Is that what you're saying?
To an extent, yes, right. So like you said, we all have like our licenses and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Those aren't big, fast made changes, right? But like when you got married, you had to change a lot of documents in a very short manner of time, right?
No, it wasn't really like, oh, once you get married, you only have a month to change things.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
But to make that voting deadline, if you
Yeah,
really
magazines.
wanted to vote
Sorry,
and stuff
my
like
bad.
that, you had to do it before that deadline.
Sorry, my
right?
bad.
But all of the stuff that I have to talk about right now, this was over a collection of years of saving and putting money into things, right?
That's a good point. You saved
A
money
certificate
to
of
be able to
release?
get the
I
things
never
you
heard
have.
of
How
that.
could a woman not be able to save money to get documents that she needs to change her ID, get an ID that matches so she could go vote?
No,
You have
they can't.
4 years. That's my point.
I'm not saying that woman can't. No,
They
it's-
wanted
it's
a
not-
foreign
it's not
army
that.
and
I'm
still
saying
do.
that
Yep.
It will affect minorities, but in a different way.
You're a minority, right?
Yeah, I could be. Yeah. I'm
Did you have a hard
She
time
can't get an
getting
ID, but can
for
buy
your
Apple
loans or
products.
for your college
Exactly.
application?
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Absolutely not. So yeah.
So you are fully capable.
You can't use
Do
pepper
you
balls
guys
here in
think
Multnomah County either.
It's appropriate and reasonable to require American citizens to have an ID to vote.
ID?
Yes.
Yeah, you should have a license to vote, like an ID, like an American. Yeah.
Based.
Okay.
See, there's
Right
still
now,
some
there's a
based
bill going
students.
through Congress that the House just passed, and the Senate Democrats are saying they will not support it because they think it's racist and anti-woman to require proof of citizenship.
Eleazar's still
ID
doing his
and
thing. We're gonna. I talk to him every now and then.
have an ID, right?
He's
Like,
just
why
been
would that
having
be
family,
anti-woman?
you
Wait,
know,
is there more
life
that you're not
stuff,
telling
you
me?
know.
So to register to vote,
But
you
we'll
have
be
to
meeting
prove
up
that you're an
again
American
soon.
Citizen.
Okay.
Well,
Great.
then that's fine.
That's
If you're
fine.
Jeb Bolivar, what up, bro? God bless you, bro.
If you're an undocumented immigrant, you're probably not gonna be able to vote because you don't have papers. But like,
Some of them do.
how would they get in? How would they?
For some states don't have voter ID laws. Yeah, so this would be
I still can't believe how big this fucking computer, this laptop is, you guys.
But some
This thing
places
probably
don't
weighs
have
like 10
strict
pounds.
registration laws.
But Trump still won though, so like it probably didn't do anything. Also, Hispanics love Trump. Y'all got your help.
Why do you say Hispanics love Trump?
You know, Cubans for Trump, Dominican Papi.
No.
How will it affect minorities?
I'm saying that it won't affect minorities blatantly.
Yeah,
because
my state will give
because
you
it's
free voter
racist. I
ID
don't think
to
it's a
legal
racist
citizens.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, if
that's
you're
not
broke,
Maybe more like
if you're broke, low income, or and stuff like that, they have all kinds of programs that will pay for your IDs, you know? Don't be drinking and carry. Oh yeah, definitely, that's illegal. Don't do that, yeah. But yeah, all these excuses these people have are absolute bullshit. They're absolute bullshit because these things are easily obtainable. It's an ASIS. It's an ASIS ROG strike for those who dare. Here, look. It's an Asus ROG Strix G. It's a badass laptop. Shout out Soupy. This thing is like, I have a bunch of windows open. Well, I have 4 windows open, and I could never have done that on my other computer. I can carry a nightstick. I can carry mace and stuff like that. I just can't have it within 200 feet of ice until my court stuff is over with.
More like income. There are some people who can't afford it, you know? If that makes sense, right? So just because
you need an
like, let's
ID
say that
for
someone
everything.
was living in and out of a homeless shelter, right? Yeah. But they do have documentation, they do have their license, or at least their ID and stuff like that, right? But they may not have the funds to go and get those document changes if something was, say, to happen, right?
So here's the SAVE Act. This is what it does. I don't know if you know what it does. It requires proof of citizenship at the time of registration.
Yeah.
So you prove your citizenship. If you're a married woman and you've changed your name and the birth certificate is not the same last name as your current legal name, you just upload documents that prove your name change. Yeah. And that's it. And then, furthermore, when you go to vote, you have to submit a voter.
How much was the
photo
laptop?
ID
I don't
that
know.
shows-
I didn't
or a
pay for it,
passport
and I
or
didn't
a
ask.
military ID like that.
I don't
The
think I would
Senate
say it
Democrats
even
are
if I
saying
knew.
that's racist. Yeah. And it's Jim Crow 2.0.
It's
They're
not a
saying it
cheap
hurts
one,
women
that's for
because of the
sure.
name change thing. And my argument is that I don't think minorities
It's from
and
Costco.
women are too stupid or financially unstable that they can't obtain the things they need
Hopefully
to vote when
it'll
they
be-
know for the next literally for
I have court and I'm meeting with my lawyer in the morning, and I'll find out exactly what's happening. I don't really want to talk about it until it's over with, but hopefully it'll be good news.
forever. We know what day elections are going to happen. Yeah. So there's no reason. I think the Democrats just know securing elections hurts them.
Well, I don't necessarily.
Maddie the Surfer, you're absolutely right. If someone can't afford to or know how to get ID, why are we permitting them to determine... Whoops. Why are we permitting them to determine our country's future? Will you find out about ICE tomorrow? I'm hoping, yeah, I'm meeting with my lawyer tomorrow, and I'm hoping I'll have a more solid answer to what's happening after tomorrow.
Necessarily agree with that, strictly speaking, but I also don't think that because a person can't meet that income requirement or they can't save or do that stuff because that they're stupid, I don't think it's purely subjective to women. I think that it can affect men too, but I do not think it's
immigrant.
No. No. Anti-Defamation League? No. No. Stop it. You're not okay. You should be worried. Not okay. We will pray for your soul. We will pray for your soul. We'll pray for your soul, big dog.
I do not think that it is purely a race thing. I said it can affect minorities, but not in the way that they're saying.
Probably should have
Maybe.
an ID.
I'm
I
hoping,
think that might
you
be
know.
a good idea.
Right. Well, what do you think?
I agree.
Okay. So Chuck Schumer specifically is saying that this bill is like Jim Crow 2.0 and that it's racist. Can you come up with any reason why voter ID would be a racist thing to implement?
Not really.
No?
Doesn't appear to be racist to me.
Yeah.
No, because it's not racist.
Right.
I mean,
Happy birthday,
you
Ellen.
can get an ID in person.
Well, that's very interesting that, like, you give Donald Trump an F, you're not a fan of his. Yeah, I think you might actually support something that the Republicans and Trump is trying to push through.
Yeah, there might. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, very cool.
One thing.
So, one thing, right? But it seems to be pretty important. If you could say something to Chuck Schumer or the Democrats who have vouched to not support this and it's not going to go through the Senate, would you encourage them to rethink that and say this isn't that bad of a bill?
Probably, yeah.
Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats are saying that it's racist to require that. Do you guys think black people can get an ID?
Yes.
It is a very weak argument.
We're asking people today if they think voter ID laws, if they agree with Chuck Schumer that voter ID laws are racist.
I don't think they're racist. I think they're common sense.
Common sense.
Why do you think Chuck Schumer and the
Yes!
Senate Democrats keep saying that it's Jim Crow 2.0, that it's racist to require an ID?
Judge
to
putting
vote?
the I in biased.
I think they're kind of
very biased.
reaching. I don't think it's racist.
Putting the I
Let me
in
ask you this,
based,
do you think
very
you need
biased.
An ID to purchase a gun?
Yeah. I do. I never need ID.
Yeah, but should we? Should we? Should you? Should there
I
be a
do-
requirement
I do.
an ID to
Sometimes
purchase
I
a
wear,
gun?
There should be a requirement to purchase.
I wear
Do you
this.
have any like 16-year-old or any? Yeah.
Oh
Well,
shit.
you don't. You don't have to register your gun. There is no national
wear this.
registration database, but no. No. But anyway, so that's the point. Is like the Second Amendment is our right to bear arms, and people agree that you should have an ID before you get a gun. I think that when we
Yep,
cast a
Chris,
vote
we're
in this
on it.
country, you should identify yourself to make sure that one, you're not a felon or someone restricted from voting. And also, you are who you say you are, and you aren't voting like 10 times in an election. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
All right. All right. So the consensus is that
I don't know what time it is tomorrow. Probably the same time if we have it tomorrow.
You to say.
I wouldn't say it's not racist.
Oh no, it's definitely fair. Voter ID is not racist.
I don't know.
Voter
if this is a
ID
trick
is not
question.
racist.
It's gonna be
Bro, it's
online,
not.
like-
Everything people don't agree with is not racist. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean it's fucking racist. I don't even see, like, their points don't make no sense. Their points don't make no sense. Voter ID has never been racist. It's always been required. I don't know why it's changed recently. But anybody who says that voter ID is racist themselves. If they think that it's racist that black people and everybody, not just black people, Mexican people, brown people, everybody has to have an ID to do everything in this country. So if it's required to have an ID to buy cigarettes, is that fucking racist? If it's required to have ID to buy alcohol, is that racist? You need ID to sign up for Medi-Cal or anything. Is that racist? You need ID to get a fucking job. Is that racist? No. So why would voter ID be racist? Why would voter ID be racist? It's not. Yeah, oh, I'm losing an argument. You must be racist because you want people to show their ID to verify who they are and vote in our federal elections, you know? Doesn't make no sense. It pisses me off is what it does.
Deterred, like, based off, like, their identification, like, you don't know, like, whoever's accepting the ID, they'll probably be like, oh.
No, but like race,
yours
like,
is like,
how would that be racist though? Like, if you can't like.
Then why do they sell Newports?
I don't think black people are so stupid they can't get an ID.
I don't think that's like the issue. I feel like the issue is like
That's what they claim.
Yeah, saying black people are too dumb and poor to get IDs is ironically racist. Yeah, exactly.
They can't drive to the DMV to get an ID. The Democrats. Yeah, Chuck Schumer says
that
that.
actually happens because like I know like
Specifically to black people, it's a black problem.
just like a minority thing. Like some people just don't have like access to go to the DMV and like get IDs. You feel me?
That
It's,
is
like,
so ignorant,
some people
dude.
Are just like not. I guess financially able to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But how's it
to,
like a black people thing though?
It's not just a black people thing. But I'm saying it's like a minority thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Really, you think it's an over? I don't
Hit
think
the like
minorities
button,
are
you
so
guys.
Stupid that they can't obtain an ID. I also think, well, like, I mean, if it's unfair for voting, then is it unfair for TSA or to get a passport or to buy a firearm or to apply for loans, get a bank account?
Yeah.
Minorities can do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people get like what's it called? Like you still get
But
like
how's
deferred
that-
or like rejected from like if you apply for loans.
I feel like
You still get deferred or rejected if you apply for loans, but you still need an ID to do it,
Is
stupid.
a thing. We know when elections are going to be. Women and minorities are smart enough. I believe in them enough that they can obtain what they need to obtain in that time frame. And the fact that Senate Democrats are saying that it is
This dude's dad is a politician or running for politician or something, and look how dumb this dude is.
Jim Crow 2.0 is disgusting and very prejudiced against minorities and people of color, if you want to use that term, because they're not so stupid that they can't get what they need to get. That's my opinion.
It was lovely getting to hear your opinion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, who's your dad?
I can't answer that.
Like Florida politicians?
No.
No. Oh, like big politicians.
I can't speak.
Okay. In the Senate or the House?
I can't speak.
I know. I wondered how much I could get out of it.
My daddy's a politician. You think I'm answering that question directly?
I don't know. Maybe we could find you. We'll have to use AI to identify you. I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Yeah, that'd
Unless
be
you commit a crime.
Well, I don't commit crimes.
No, of course you don't. I appreciate your time. What was your
It was
name?
lovely speaking to Dante. And
Dante.
yours?
Caitlin. It was nice
Costco
talking to you.
requires an ID to get in and check out. Racist. Keep it up, Tommy. Soupy. Exactly, bro. You need an ID and a card to get into fucking Costco.
9:34.
Oh. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about this dude, Fetterman.
Boycotting the State of the Union address, and there are the names on the wall. Instead, holding several competing anti-Trump events, including one that was dubbed State of the Swamp with Robert De Niro and Mark Ruffalo and others, and several people wearing what appeared to be frog costumes.
I defy Trump
Can you guys hear it still? It's a little bit quieter, but
by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance with the Portland Frog
over
Brigade.
the Portland Frog. Where was this at? Oh, it was in Washington. This is pathetic. Over 75 Democrats skipped the State of the Union address. I think they should all be fined. They should all be penalized. 100%. They're taking tax dollars to be at these things. These politicians are paid by us to be at these things, you know, and to support America. They're not supporting America. They're not supporting our country. They are fucking shit up. Yeah, unfortunately, I do know them frogs. I wish I could say I
The state
didn't.
of our union is not strong. It is hanging by a
This
thread.
was just a fucking joke show. Like, I watched some of it earlier, and it's just, it's so cringe. It was hard for me to finish watching.
Sicker, poor, and less secure. Donald Trump doesn't owe us a 2-hour rambling speech. He owes the American people their money back.
Well,
Bullshit.
Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is one Democrat who was in the chamber for the speech last night. And he
Fined and no pay, exactly.
Thank you for your time, Senator. Always good to see you. Thank you for sharing your insights with us. You had about half your colleagues who chose not to go. That was their choice. You chose otherwise. What do you think of
Portland
this?
mascot, the frog.
Well, I mean, it's just disappointing, honestly. I mean, I think that's sad that I think half of my colleagues didn't show up. I mean, that's not a judgment, but for me, it's like, so for me, that's, I think show up. You don't have to clap for everything. You don't have to agree with anything. I think we're in a different place right now where it's now people not even going to show up or doing other kinds of alternative things. So for me, that's, I think. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you think the State of the Union address has changed for good now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, now it's the constant kinds of yelling and screaming and holding up signs. and for doing all these things. I don't care if it's a Republican or Democrat as a president. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Respect the office, regardless who's in that. And now, for me, it's like now when half the people in my party haven't showed up, and then some of them have chosen to just yell and say and scream during all of it. I just don't think that's
I love you guys.
And I don't believe, as a Democrat, I think like dancing frogs really moves the ball for us as a party either.
On that first point here's some of the moments. You had Ilhan Omar out of Minnesota, Rashida Tlaib.
I mean, he's a Democrat, but out of all the Democrats, at least he's like gives a fuck. It seems like, you know, at least he's coming to his senses. I just seen Fetterman is the only politician out there. Fetterman is the only politician out there on both sides that just votes common sense. Think that brush with life set his head straight. Yeah, Fetterman was a hard leftist loon. Once he had the stroke, he's been normal weird. Yeah, so when I first seen this dude the first time, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with that dude? And he's still not completely like normal, but at least he's willing to try to see both sides. And you know, he's not so indoctrinated to their ideology anymore. Damn, I got the hiccups. Tulsi and RFK Jr. were Dems too, yeah. If they really do run up AOC and fucking Kamala Harris, I don't see how they do that. Like, that has to be a joke. A drunk and a bartender walk into the White House. What's going to happen? It's crazy. I got the hiccups, and I got to go take a piss. Here, listen to this for a minute while I go pee. You guys want to listen to it while I go piddle real quick? Or do you want me to just leave it? Pause. Antifa is weak. You're right, Leroy. Yes, they are. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Let me go pee real quick. Hold on. I got the hiccups, bro. Hey, y'all. Remind me not to smoke while I got the hiccups. That hurt. Clyde has a tiny nose or hose? Clyde doesn't have a tiny nose. We love you, Climatics. Don't talk about my dog. Don't talk about my dog. I didn't forget to flush. Don't lie. Don't lie on me like that. That's fucked up. I never forget to flush. I got a wife, you know. I never forget to put the toilet seat down and flush the toilet. Even though I don't think we should have to put the toilet seat down every time. I got a controversial opinion. I think it should be a team effort. If I have to lift the toilet seat up every time, she should have to put it down, like half and half. You know what I mean? But I got out of that habit as a kid. I rinsed my hand. I didn't wash it. I just rinsed it off. You know, same shit. But I got out of that habit as a kid real quick, leaving the toilet seat up. My mom we used to leave the toilet seat up when we were kids, and my mom would go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and go pee, and she would sit down on the rim and like fall into the toilet, and she would be pissed. So it's just like a habit. Like my girl always says, she's never had a problem with me putting the toilet seat down. Tommy gonna get hit on camera. Happy wife, happy life. Yep. My wife's happiness is first come, first serve, you know. She comes first. Yeah, my mom taught me right. We were badass kids. My mom went through a lot with us growing up. My mom went through a lot. Barbara, thank you for the $5 gift. Is that a super chat or a gift? I don't know. I can't tell. I think they're different. Thank you. But my mom went through a lot raising us. We were bad kids, but she did her absolute best, and I love my mom with all my heart, you know. Chin to chest. 7 sips. I know, my girl told me that a long time ago. Just take a bunch of little sips in a row and it'll get rid of it. Spring-loaded toilet seats. Damn! You gotta patent that shit. Happy wife puts down the knife. Barbara, welcome to the Patriots. Thank you for the membership. I was a bad kid. Maybe I'll have my mom on one of these times. Maybe I'll have my mom come on, and me and my mom can talk about me growing up. You guys think that would be? Would you guys like that? Once I figure out all this OBS and StreamYards and all that, and I can have somebody join me, I would have my mom come on and we can talk about how it was raising me, you know, raising me and my badass little brother. That would be fun. My mom's so proud of me, you guys. I don't think my mom has ever been this proud of me in my life, you know. Like I've had a long, hard life, long, crazy life. I've been to jail, I've been to juvenile hall, prison, you know. I didn't have the best life growing up, like staying out of trouble and shit, you know. But I don't know if I would change much, because it's led me to where I'm at today, and where I'm at today, I love it. You know, I love what we're doing today. I love the movement that I'm part of. I love each and every one of you guys so much, dude. You know, and I don't think I would change much, because everything that I've been through in my life has led me to this point. You know, that's how I think of it. You know, it might not have been super easy, and it might have been rough, and I might have spent a lot of time behind bars and dealing with shit that I probably shouldn't have, but it all led me to where we're at right now. And that's what matters, you know. It led me to my wife. My wife is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, you know. Meeting my wife, I was living in my van downtown Portland. My mom had went to prison, and I was living in my van downtown when I met my wife, and she paid for my marijuana worker permit, like the OLCC worker permit to start working with pot out here. And I got my first job off the street, you know, and we moved into this apartment, and it changed my entire life. We don't have that history of like, my girl's been clean for over 12 years. You know, we've never had a history of like doing drugs together or, you know, so our life is coming together in ways that I never thought possible. Text Jay Jones, your mom prayers for you got you this point. God bless her. Yep. It's pretty amazing. And once my brother, so I just talked to my brother right before I went live. My brother's at shit, what prison is he at? Pleasant, I think he's at like Pleasant Valley State Prison. Yeah, he's in Pleasant Valley State Prison in California right now. And once he gets out, you know, he gets out at the end of the year. Once he gets out, I'm going to get my brother to come up here with me and have him do security with me, you know, because my brother will have my back to the fullest, and it will keep him out of trouble, you know, and keep him from doing the same things that he keeps doing to go to jail out there, you know. So that's my plans. Our plans are to keep advocating for our country, move out of this shitty ass apartment that we're in eventually, and get my brother up here eventually, you know, to keep him out of trouble and give him something to do, you know. That's I can't wait for you guys to meet my little brother. You just got out of OSP? Yeah. I've never been to jail, or I've never been to prison or anything in Oregon. You know, I've been booked and released in the county jail over this dumb shit that we're dealing with. But I've never been to prison out here. My mom was at Coffee Creek for almost 2 years or a year and a half or whatever. But she's back in California now. As long as he doesn't hurt one of them teethers too bad. As long as they stay out of my space and don't touch me or harass me or, you know, attack me, then it'll be fine, you know. Emmy, love your stream. Ilhar Omar's guest from last night was arrested for blocking other guests during Trump's speech. God bless you, Carrie and baby. Oh, she was? That's funny. That's funny. We are our brother's keeper. And me and my brother, you know, we didn't always live. We have different dads, you know, but we grew up super tight together until we were like 12 or 13 years old. And then he was staying with his dad and I was staying with mom. And we would go back and forth. But even when we weren't living in the same house, we were always together running amok, you know, out running and having fun. And we've always been our keepers. My brother's probably a little bit smaller than me. He's skinnier than me. He's probably about as tall as me. But he's one tough motherfucker. He grew up with me and all my homeboys, you know. And we weren't easy on him growing up. You know, we were not easy on my little brother growing up. Like, we beat each other up. We do all that kind of shit, you know. And my brother is one tough little bastard because of it, you know. He's not scared of a single thing, you know, just like me. There's nothing to be scared of except for you being scared, you know. You just gotta confront shit head on, and that's how we've always been, you know. Like, we're not scared to take an ass whooping if we have to, you know. Where I live, there are 5 dispensaries near me. Fuck, there's probably 5 dispensaries just in a fucking 10-block radius of where I'm at right now. Yeah, my brother was born in 91. I was born in 88. Casey was born in 91. And then Benny Ray is 20 years younger than me. So he was born in, my little brother Benny was born in 2008. 2008, yeah. Thick as thieves. Yep. I've seen my brother do some crazy shit, like fighting multiple people at once. You know, I had two of my homeboys that I grew up with, Evan and Jeremy, and my brother was pretty much in the wrong. He was drunk, you know, and he was acting a fool and being disrespectful. And I was staying at Evan's house at that time, you know, and Evan came up to me and was like, hey, we're gonna go talk to your brother. We're gonna check him and tell him that he's being disrespectful, and if he gets crazy, then we're gonna fuck him up, you know. And I was just getting out of the shower, and I was like, okay, let me see how this goes down, you know. And so I was like, all right. And I went out there with them. And I wasn't going to let them jump my brother. Like, I wasn't going to let them jump and beat up my brother. But I wanted to see how Casey would react, you know. Casey came out of the neighbor's house, out of the neighbor's house next to Evans. Came out of that house with no shoes on and was like, what's up, motherfuckers? I'll fuck you both up. Woo, woo, woo. And he was fearless. He had no fear. He broke it down. Both of my homeboys, Evan and Jeremy, both pretty much just broke it down and was like, all right, we're sorry. They didn't want nothing. They didn't want nothing to do with my little brother that night. And I had a feeling it was going to turn out just like that, because my brother, he don't play, bro. I can't wait till you guys meet Casey, dude. We'll have Casey on. Shit, maybe I'll do a video chat or a video call with him once he gets out of the hole and gets to his new prison. Maybe I'll do a video chat with him and I'll live stream it and you guys can see it. All right, let's hear what this guy's got to say. Let's finish this, because after we finish this video, I'm going to go get some food for me and my girl.
Sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious.
Look at that terrorist, domestic brother lover. Domestic terrorist brother lover.
In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country.
Casey, don't play, man. I miss my brother, dude.
Of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
That exchange obviously went to immigration and enforcement and DHS funding. I saw an email thread last night where you shook the president's hand. I believe it was on the way in, and it suggested that you were the only Democrat who did. Is that true?
I do believe that's true. And now for me, I'm not going to yell or do that.
A conservative protester had his leg snapped at a protest earlier. Where at? David, where at? Can't hear the video.
Again, regardless who the president is, I think that's been lost now here for a nation to do that.
Gramps, I'll be at.
Yes, I shook his hand, of course.
I'll be at ICE for sure. Maybe tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, most definitely. But there's really no point in me going there when there's only like 4 or 5 people there and using the megaphone and bothering all the people in the building. Like on the weekends, yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when it's more busy, yeah, I'll go out there and I'll bullshit with you guys and I'll give them hell. But I don't think I should be out there harassing and bothering the people that live in the building during the week whenever it's not necessary, you know?
He walked in, and I'm always going to do that, for sure.
So the New York Times wrote up the following moment as a ploy. That was the way they described it. And this was probably the moment that people will remember. When asked to stand for Americans or illegal immigrants, how the president phrased it last evening, this is how that went.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator.
It was
to
Jaden
join with
Scott.
my administration.
It was Jaden Scott who had his leg broken. Jaden Smith. Yeah, Yahoo. Yeah, I just started this a few weeks ago. We're just getting it up off the ground. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all your guys' support. It Is it Smith or where did it go? Is it Jaden Smith? Jaden Scott or Jaden Smith? Jaden Scott. All right, I'm gonna check this out and let's listen to
In
this.
reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this,
Oh, okay.
then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Oh, it's the dude that went to Mercado's front door.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up.
So, Senator, to you,
They should be
what do you feel
ashamed.
about a ploy as you look back on that 12 hours later, and if I may, did you sit or did you stand for that moment?
Well, for me, you know, I never checked to see what the rest of people in my party would stand up and clap for. I clapped with a lot of those things that it seemed like others. Like I stood up and I clapped to recognize the family that lost their daughter, the Ukrainian girl that was stabbed to death, you know, in North Carolina.
Irvana.
And I stood up and I clapped
Irvana.
the political prisoner from Venezuela.
I can never say her last
You know,
name,
how
but-
you can't celebrate those kinds of things. And now I also celebrated all the veterans.
Mercado is a certified
in
bottom.
the
Yeah.
audience as well too, and even more the political things like Erica Kirk. I stood up and I clapped for her as well too. Now here, you know, can't we just be more kind to a widow? I mean, we just shouldn't be that long ago that a widow, you know, with young children has her husband murdered. You know, how we can't just acknowledge that as well too. Whether white people would attack her, you know, whether the left or the right either. So I'm always going to stand up and clap for things that I agreed with in, like striking the Iranian, you know, sites now for me. I never worry about who's standing up or clapping. If I see it, I'm going to. If I don't agree with it or whatever, I'm certainly not going to yell and scream and disrupt the whole thing.
Well, I don't mean to speak for them, but I know they appreciate that and seeing that in the chamber. Sir,
You're right, Michael. You're right, Michael. This should show all Democrat voters they are more for the illegals, not you. Exactly. I think Ilhan Omar should have been deported with her brother husband a long time ago. I really do. Like, she is not loyal to America. She is loyal to Somalia or whatever the fuck country she comes from. She thinks white people are the devil. She thinks white men are the devil. And she's like open about it, blatant about it. I don't see how these people get away with being the way they are, and they're in Congress. They're in our government, and these people are ruining it from the inside out. You know, Trump did great last night calling these Democrats out on their bullshit. Thank you, brother. We appreciate what you're doing. 40-year biker proud. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the $5 super chat. We're almost to the goal. We need one more to hit the goal, and I'll love you guys forever. Oh, guess what? I think I'm going to pick up my motorcycle this week on Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to go and pick it up, and I think I'm probably going to keep it at my homeboy Ghostface's house. He said I can store it there if I want, because he has a bike and we're going to be out riding this summer. Yeah, she's married to a white guy too. She thinks all white men are evil and the devil, but yet she married a white guy, right? After she married her brother, I guess. Yeah, she needs to look in the mirror and see the real devil. Yeah.
Last question. It is not common, but you don't always wear a hoodie. You wore a suit last night.
Leroy, thank you for the $5 super chat. We hit the goal. Thank you, bro.
If it was just for a couple hours.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
well,
go follow Leroy45 Long.
I have more hoodies than
Mr.
than
Mike,
suits.
thank you,
But
bro.
of course,
Go
I'm
hit
gonna show up.
USA,
I'm
baby.
Going to respect I'm going to respect the speech. I'm going to respect the event. And then I do think we all should, regardless. We can agree to disagree on things and respect that and do some of the things that it's turned into, unfortunately.
Senator, thank you for your time. Hope you come back real soon, okay? John Fetterman, the Democrat from Pennsylvania.
Well, maybe some of the Democrats are coming to their senses. You know, maybe it takes a stroke. It takes a stroke or a medical emergency for these people for their brains to scramble in the right direction, you know? Yeah, Ilhan Omar definitely smells like onions, I'm sure. Let's see.
Kill me. And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Climatics. I know he was just live.
That event called the State of the Swamp Address.
Oh, he's watching T-Sply.
Now let's jump into the State of the Swamp Address. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a baseline of what was happening here. Okay, so let's start with Maxine Dexter. Now, this is not going to be the full speech, but this is going to be a portion or a clip that is going pretty viral. So let's start with this.
I'm a mother. I'm a physician.
Yeah, T-Sply's great. If you guys ain't following T-Sply, go follow him.
Representative for Oregon.
But I'm gonna go get food.
Yes, thank you.
I think I'm gonna go to Killer Burger for me and my girl. I gotta go find her. I think she went upstairs to one of the neighbors to drop something off. But I'm gonna go get some Killer Burger or something. We restreaming Clyde restream now. I can't keep up. Yeah. I just wanted to say hi to the chat. But this was a great test. I freaking love you guys. Maybe after I eat, it's still pretty early, so maybe after I eat, I'll go live again, and hopefully I'll be able to sign into my X by then so that I can go into my X and we can play videos from X. But for some reason it's saying that it won't allow me to log into X on this computer because it thinks it's a fraudulent one. So I got to figure out how to do that. This guy eating burgers every other day. I love cheeseburger. I love burgers, bro. Test successful. And it's only going to get better from here, you guys. It's only going to get better from here. So, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Let's see if I know how to end this.